What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with the physique update of Hunter Labrado. So he is now at 10 weeks out of his first show of the season, which is going to be Italy Pro. So he also said that he's going to be doing UK Pro, which is scheduled just 1 week after that show. And it makes total sense. To get another pro win on your resume, to get another paycheck. Since Mr. Olympia is scheduled to be held in October this year. And that is less than a month after UK Pro. So Hunter won't be able to gain any muscle during that process. He will be only fine-tuning the stuff that he has already built. But these two shows will definitely give him an opportunity to come in more tighter for this upcoming Mr. Olympia, because of the timeline of course. Now, if we talk about his recent guest posing, either it's the light or the team around him just applied way too much oil on him. And that is why we can all see that some detail is blurred out, because he looks leaner in the check-ins that he has been posting in these last few weeks. But that being said, there is just no doubt that he has definitely put on some solid size this year. He has definitely added some quality lean muscle tissue on his frame. I mean, the guy was almost 300 pounds in the off-season, and he was hitting vacuums at that weight. And that, I have to say, is extremely impressive as per every standard. So his biggest weakness is still his midsection. He needs to get his abs deeper, and just have more control over his stomach, over his midsection, especially when he is on the stage, and especially when these guys are going through rounds and rounds of posing. So do let me know what you guys think. How high can Hunter place at this upcoming Miss Olympia? Can he find his way back into that top 4 again? Next up, we have another guest posing, and this time it's from a guy who is less than a week out of his next show, which is gonna be Portugal Pro. I am talking about the Emperor Classic Spin champion, Can Bonac, who looked absolutely amazing and ready to take his second pro win of this year in Portugal. So keeping his lack of an ideal V-taper aside, everything else is just so beautiful. His legs look extremely balanced in comparison to his upper half. And let's not forget, this is a guy who was able to beat a very great version of the Iranian phenomena, Beros Tabani, in Spain a few weeks ago. So in case Nathan Diesha does decide to jump into this show, and based on the results from this past Flex Pro Italy and Emperor Classic Spain, I think Can Bonac should be able to take down Nathan as well. So Bonac is now 40 years old, and that old man muscle that comes with years and years of hard and heavy training, that is what allowed him to beat a guy like Beros Tabani. Because I think we can all agree Beros Tabani was just so superior, especially in terms of aesthetics, the flow, in comparison to Can Bonac. But still, Bonac was able to beat him. So the question is, will this be Can Bonac's last stretch? Well, we still need another confirmation from him. Because if he's gonna make top 10 at this upcoming Miss Olympia, and with that minimum prize money for the first place raised to 20 grand per show for the men's open, Can Bonac still has a chance to earn some money by winning all these Olympia qualifiers as well. So with Andrew Jack not doing this upcoming Dubai Pro, I think Can Bonac should 100% go for Dubai. There is $100,000 on the line, and Dubai is scheduled just 3 weeks after Portugal Pro. So do let me know what you guys think. Can Can Bonac beat Nathan Diesha, and should he go for Dubai Pro? So guess who joined Can Bonac for the guest posing on the stage? The top 212 Olympian, Angel Calderon. So Angel did not get the results he was looking for at this past New York Pro, where he competed in the men's open bodybuilding. But that was such a great lineup, and even Angel being at his personal best could not have beat some of these guys who placed ahead of him at that show. So Angel wasn't able to make the first call out here at the New York Pro. In fact, he was 8th, and if I'm not mistaken, he isn't qualified for this upcoming 212 Miss Olympia either for this year. So maybe he can try to suck down to make the weight and do a show in the 212 class to get his Olympia qualification. Because he is without a doubt one of the best athletes we have in the 212 division. Although it is really unimaginable at this point how he's gonna go down to 212 pounds after he looked that good at the New York Pro. So there are only a few guys in the 212 who can be competitive in the men's open bodybuilding as well. So Sean Carida doing that Arnold last year and placing 5th, that is a proof of that. He was the winning Miss Olympia that year, and even his coach Matt Jensen and so many people around him and so many of his fans thought that he would be the one fighting with Nick Walker for the Arnold Classic title that year. But these guys made some massive miscalculation, because guys like Hadi Chopra and Derek Linsford, and one name on that list, Keon Pearson, these are some special kind of athletes, because they have this ability to appear a lot bigger on the stage because of the illusion that these guys are able to create. So other than these few guys, I don't think anyone can do that well in the men's open. And same goes for Angel Calderon as well. And that was just proved at this year's New York Pro. Beef Stew, as you guys all know, is doing Van Pro in 2 weeks time. So this is gonna be his third show of the year. He is another IFBB pro who did a guest posing appearance this past weekend. So his ability to win in Vancouver relies heavily on how closely he can replicate that look that he brought at this year's New York Pro. Or if he wants to make sure that he 100% wins this show, he's gonna have to bring an even better package than that. So Stu is a guy who has a very big frame, and especially when he's truly on and has a very tapered down waistline, he looks extremely good. Some of his front shots, like the front lat spread, the abs and thigh, even his front double bicep with that deep vacuum, that looks extremely impressive. So this is a show where any one of these guys can win. So Stu is gonna try his absolute best to punch his Olympia ticket here at Van Pro. We have another update of a guy who's gonna be doing this year's Van Pro. So Patrick Tour posted 2 weeks of physique updates of Stanimal. And there is every reason to believe that Stan might be the most conditioned, the most right guy on the stage. Simply because he was in such a damn good condition, even in the off-season as well. So Stan has been knocking on that Olympia door for a few years now. He has been getting those second and third place finishes in these past couple of years in a lot of these qualifiers. But the good thing is that he's getting close. So with a guy like Hassan Mustafa in that show, who can outmuscle each and every one of these guys, we're gonna make the first call out. These guys will be needing some help from Hassan Mustafa. And going by his track record, I think we can safely say that the chances of that happening are pretty damn high. I mean, Hassan is one of the most inconsistent guy when it comes to peaking for any of these shows. He was way off in Toronto Pro, and that is why he was even unable to make top 5. So Hassan has a lot of ground to cover for this upcoming Van Pro. And I'm gonna say it again, if he looks anywhere close to his Toronto Pro 2023 look, he's gonna win this show hands down. But Hassan has a new coach this time, Dorian Hamilton, who has done only one show with him so far. So it is gonna be really interesting to see how Vancouver Pro go for him. And that is why all these other guys like Stanimal, they have such a good chance of winning this show. And do not forget about Robin Strand, the guy who placed 4th in Toronto Pro. So this guy might not have an ideal structure, but damn, he was shredded to the bone. And he's always that way every time he steps on stage. So Robin was looking better in every aspect from 2023 to 2024. He was bigger in all the right areas. And he was in a bad condition as well. And when we talk about Dorian Hamilton as the coach of Hassan Mustafa, let's give credit to Dorian Hamilton here, as he was the one coaching Robin Strand as well. And he was able to bring him in such an awesome condition. I mean, the guy was absolutely peeled to the bone. And that just goes to show us that some athletes are just very hard to peak. They are very hard to bring in shape, and Hassan is probably on the top of that list. He has this reputation of being the hardest guy to peak right, and I highly doubt that this has to do something with his work ethic. It might just be his genetics. Even a coach like Crosacito said that Hassan was one of the most difficult guys to peak right. And the only man who has ever been able to peak him right to 100%, that was AJ Sims. So lastly, we have 2 weeks of physique update from John Jewett, who on paper is the favorite to win this show, based on his placing and his look at this year's Toronto Pro. Another successful transition from the 212 to the Men's Open Plus, and this is his first year, when he took some time off to really grow to get bigger, and he had a proper off season, and I think that really paid off big time. So John was considerably bigger than Legion Sports last year. That was the show where he made his debut in the Men's Open Plus last year, and he was in a great condition even at that show as well. And that is why he always gets rewarded, his insane conditioning. So based on this kind of look, John isn't gonna miss his mark for Van Pro either. And we have to keep in mind Van Pro was that show, which was scheduled to be his first show of the season, but he decided to go for Toronto Pro as well. So I believe this is gonna be another great show. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.